8 selected finalists, all working right now with their mentors, and will be right up to the big day when they will pitch head-to-head to take home the cash prize and an extraordinary suite of services. It all happens May 5th, office space, legal and accounting services, marketing and PR support, investor exposure, coaching, and development. Oh, and did I mention $50,000 in cash? That's right. It's a competition to launch Georgia's new technology companies. Greetings, everyone. It's Friday, April 18, 2014, and this is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. I'm your guest host, Frank Baia. It's the TAG Venture Atlanta Business Launch 2014 in partnership with the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce. Over the next few weeks, Tech Talk will focus special attention on each of the 8 business launch finalists. In this edition, we meet Raj Rajasekar, CEO, Dominic Francis, COO, and Glen West, CCO of Niche Video Media, an affordable private video platform that makes it easy to brand, share, and monetize your video content. Will Niche Video Media be this year's business launch champion? Up to this edition of our Tech Talk series, focus on the 2014 business launch finalists, we explore Niche Video Media with its founders and top executives. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions. Raj, Dom, Glenn, welcome to Tech Talk.
Hey, thank you. Hey, thanks for having us. Yeah.
Well, first off, congratulations. We are obviously focusing Tech Talk for the last couple of weeks on the finalists for the business launch competition. A lot of our listeners, members certainly know that over the course of the last few weeks, literally hundreds of nominations have been submitted and presentations made, and through a series of judging processes, 8 finalists were ultimately selected. And one of the it's sort of a conflicting recognition, but the reality of it is to have made the 8 finalists. Niche Video, as far as we're concerned, is already a winner, so congratulations to you all, but also best of luck on the upcoming finalist head-to-head showdown. Let's have our listening audience have an opportunity to dive a little deeper. Raj, let's start out with a sort of an overview as far as private media channels are concerned. Just what is a private media channel, and maybe go into who needs to get one.
Sure. Let me start with explaining what is a private media channel. The private media channel is basically businesses have a lot of video content. Our cloud-based software would let them securely manage and deliver it their private audience anytime, anywhere, on any device, in any language, so that they have like a white-labeled solution looking like their customers are using their brand, and it's all secured, and customers, businesses can have the confidence on that this content is not in the open solutions like YouTube and Vimeo, so it is completely closely secured. And I would ask Glenn to talk about who uses it.
Okay. Well, we have several different customers in different verticals. The largest customer base is in the education and training space. They use it to deliver their content to their students and to gather their tuition. It's a monetization method for them. We also have the video post-production community that uses it for their review and workflow approval processes, shortening their workflow and making sure that all the comments stay with the content that's created and secure to just their customer who they're producing the video for. We also have a variety of different users using it for just about any use case that you could imagine video being used for.
Well, in an effort to continue on that particular dialogue, maybe Dom, tell us a little bit about, from your particular perspective, some of the more interesting uses that some of your customers have found for the private media channel.
Sure, Frank. Glen just mentioned regarding our verticals being in training as well as the video post-production industry. But one really interesting use case that we received a few months back was this gentleman who actually auctions bulls. As bulls in the state of Nebraska, he had a collection of 120 bulls that he was auctioning online, and he reached us and he had a video of each one of his bulls. He actually used our service to host the videos, hook it back to his auction site, and he was pretty successful, actually. He was able to sell all his bulls, and he said, I'll be back next year, same time. So that was a really interesting use case that we received.
I can't help myself. I have to ask, is that really true, or is that just a lot of bull?
This is actually true. It's called NebraskaBulls.com.
NebraskaBulls.com. That's a great, you talk about interesting. It doesn't get much better than that. Glen, obviously our listeners are, we used to say just a short time ago, video was the killer app, and I think obviously it has become that. There are literally tons of video solutions in the marketplace. From your perspective, what makes you guys different?
Well, we consider it, our secret sauce is secure collaboration. What you can find out in the market right now is solutions that provide some level of security and those that provide a level of collaboration, and nobody does both. Our key is around identity and access management paired up with the video content, so you can do and see only what you are allowed to do and see. And the videos are secure, the access is secure, and one of our customers uses it in their innovation department. It's developing the next generation of their product. They're a Fortune 1000 company, billions, and this would kill them if it got out in public.
Sure.
And they use our product to keep their designs secure within their organization.
One of the great parts about protocol when you're dealing with a collaboration, obviously, is not only internal but external, because I understand you're talking about security from a public standpoint, but let's say you're devising an innovation where you've got several organizations that are involved in the actual project, hydrogen bus or something to that extent. I've been involved in similar government projects, and the biggest problem has always been the protocol to access content. So actually what you're saying is that even in the case of not only using it from an internal standpoint, but to actually leverage that same security on a much broader basis?
Exactly. Anybody can put a video repository inside their internal network and secure it to their employees. But the whole key is to be able to share this content with outside users, such as your supply chain. And doing it out in the cloud gives you the ability to bring in all sorts of different people from different networks, yet still be secure.
Now, one of the things that we talk about a lot on Tech Talk is we say that it's the same thing, only different. You know, every vertical is being impacted by the cloud, by any form of disruptive technologies, apps and mobile, even now starting to get involved in cognitive computing and predictive analytics. I mean, all of the acronyms and current verbiage of the moment. In that kind of environment, Glen, with all of that quote-unquote noise of things that are happening that are new, and some are important, some are not, how do you break through that information clutter to get your message out, and what kind of reaction are you seeing in the market for your product?
Well, getting through the clutter is always a challenge. As you point out, there's all sorts of people out there with all sorts of messages, and the key is having a clear and compelling message that resonates with the people looking for your solution, and phrasing it as a way of solving their problem. And how we've been received in the market has been phenomenal in this last quarter. In January, we doubled our paid customer count. In February, we doubled it again. In March, yet again.
Wow. And
we're on track to do it again here in April.
So what you're saying is you don't really need the $50,000 cash prize.
We could always use that to add more features that will get us more customers.
Well, I think it's pretty exciting stuff. I know the judges have been pretty impressed with the whole situation and the opportunity to compete in that environment. Not only is the $50,000 in cash obviously a pretty major impact, but the suite of service providers are pretty impressive as well. I'm sure a lot of that will give you the continual momentum that you've already been having, but with the kind of success you're explaining, it seems like it isn't if, it's just a when it's all going to happen. Raj, with all the excitement and all the positive stuff, one of the great parts about being a leader is you don't get to sleep all night long. You're always worrying about some kind of issues or some kind of problem, some kind of challenge. Let's go inside a little bit to your head in terms of being an entrepreneur and dealing with a relatively new startup. What's keeping you up at night, and what are you missing in order to achieve the success of your dream?
That's a good point. Actually, right now our issue is we are getting a lot more paying customers, and we are giving demos to them. So we want to scale it up. So we wanted to get a good resources who can do a best UX design on the website with a lot of materials in the website, so that the users do not need a demo. The customers can just use our product and get the value out of it and pay for it without any of us support. So that's what I'm trying to get there, because our pricing model is such an economical price model for different tiers. So it would help a lot of customers use the product on their own and get the satisfaction just using it themselves. So I'm working to get some UX designer. So that's the constraints right now I have in my company.
Niche Video Media, they're one of the 8 finalists in the 2014 Business Launch Competition. You're, I'm sure, still grooming and tweaking the presentation, heading towards the head-to-head combat, if you will. That's going to be happening in early May. Best of luck to all of you guys. Congratulations, as I mentioned earlier, on what you've achieved already in the recognition and reaching the finals. And best of luck, Raj, Dom, Glen, not only at the actual competition, but also in the future success of the company. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us today on Tech Talk.
Thank you.